No Brock for the wrap-up video today, but you know what we're talking about. It was all Don Wakamatsu all day today after he was let go by the Mariners organization. And really, to me, this comes down now to four questions. Was this Don Wakamatsu's fault? My immediate answer is no, but that being said, it was probably time for the organization to move on. He had lost that clubhouse. They were not the same group that they had been recently. For whatever reason, it was not the same environment that they had once had. It was probably time for the organization to move on. We'll see if that improves over time. That being said, doesn't mean that Don Wakamatsu is responsible for everything that got to that point. And that leads to question number two. How much did Ken Griffey Jr. have to do with this decision? I don't know whether he called Chuck Armstrong, as has been suggested, and said, I'm not coming back until Walk is gone. But I do know that you can trace back a lot of the unrest in that clubhouse to what happened with Ken Griffey Jr. between his not hitting this year, his being dropped down in the batting order, Sleepgate, and eventually him being benched from the team, and finally his retirement without really even a word to anybody other than Chuck Armstrong. Clearly, that had a profound effect on Don Wakamatsu's future. The third question, why so much turmoil in this organization? 5 different managers in 6 years. What is it, six guys who have now managed this team since Lou Piniella left? I don't have a real answer to this other than to say, when you commit, you've got to stick to your commitment. Whether you're committing to rebuilding or committing to actually going for it and contending that year, you've got to stick to it and you've got to be right. In 2008, they thought they were going to be contending when really they needed to be rebuilding. You cannot get those wrong. Final question, are the Mariners back now to square one? I don't think they are. They're in better shape organizationally than they were when Jack Zarensik first took over this team and then hired Don Wakamatsu. They're in better shape. A lot better players in the minor leagues. Just scroll through some of the videos. You'll see us talking about the big names, whether it's Ackley or Pineda or Smoke, the big three who right now are in AAA, or a lot of the good young names who are below AAA. This organization is going to be built to contend in the next couple of years. But there are still problems. Buster Olney told us today, and you should check out the podcast page, that there are people in the organization that are trying to get out because they're worried about the direction they're going. Very, very interesting times to be a Seattle Mariners fan.